Hello everyone, I'm Steve Leonard, founder of Geeks On Tap, and I'm a keen competitive yachtsman, sailor, whatever you like to call it. And back in 2024, I was approached by one of the board members of Gosford Sailing Club, and they were having a lot of trouble. The club is reasonable size with, probably 10,000 social members and about 1,000 sailing members, and they had a large hospitality income, and also they've got gaming machines area, bistro, bars, 2 bars, a deck, live music, all the things that you would expect for a community-focused sailing club. But nothing was working that well. It was being cobbled together over the years by various volunteers, and then some IT companies were coming in and getting part done, but no one really understood the needs of the club very well, and it ended up being a difficult place for the operate, and they had a lot of churn with management staff because there was no coherence with it. So I was asked to come and have a look because they trusted who I was, and they'd heard that Geeks On Tap was local and really knew what they were doing. And so when I went in, what I found was a Windows server there, which was 2 years out of date. The hardware wouldn't support any new operating systems for Windows, and it hadn't been patched for security for about 2 years. I rang up the existing IP guys, and they explained it was difficult to get any sort of decisions made, those sorts of things. So the approach we took was really one of going back to the board with, if you like, look, this isn't our fault that it's like this, but we'll make it our problem. So we owned the problem as a company. We'd say, look, we'll own the problem as long as you give us decision-making power, and as long as you give us a budget. We'll own the problem, we'll get it right for you. And the board agreed to this. And this was a game changer when the board approaches it like that way, because that meant that instead of the previous IT companies, which were good people, they didn't approach it that way. They approached it of, what did you want, right? We approached it out the way of we'll own the problem and make it better for you. That journey, of course, was difficult because we had to retire an old server. Point of sale system was a core system called SendPOS. We took all of that to the cloud. The other area that was real big problem was user identity and email management. There was people using their own personal emails for doing very private things. So we exchanged server and Microsoft 365 into Google Workspace, and that really made a big difference in terms of having visibility on what everyone was logging into, what everyone was doing. It made us much easier to secure things, and it got things going in terms of, okay, that you can store your files here, because then we had to grab files off individual computers and put them into one place on Google Share Drive. And that was a game changer in terms of saying, this is where everything is, because the old server would work sometimes and not work sometimes. And that would be for accessing files. Or the bookkeeper would take some work home and couldn't get back into the server through the VPN. So they would get behind in their bookkeeping, and often end of month reports were often error prone, things like that. So we put them on Google Cloud and put the point of sale server on there. They're already on, moved them off mind your own business to zero. And all of a sudden the bookkeeper could keep up with things. It's like they could do some work from home. Volunteers could do some work from home on various things. And it became a game changer in terms of enabling all the volunteers and the professional staff to work together. Then the other thing that was a problem was just the general network and the security. They had really a consumer-based router, that's something you would buy at JB Hi-Fi or something you buy at Officeworks. And that was just thrown into the rack, and then next to the TAB equipment, and next to Foxtel and all the AV stuff, and the rack itself was like a bird's nest of wires, things like that. So we gradually then replaced that. We put a Sophos XGS router in place to actually provide some decent level of firewalling reporting, and so in other words, we built a security perimeter around the whole IT and say, okay, instead of something that had a default password that someone hacker could come in and easily get in and create problems. We made it far more secure by putting that device in and then bringing it back to our managed services team. And our managed services team then grabbed every computer and then they cleaned them up and they onboarded them into a monitoring system, and we onboarded into our network monitoring. So then we had the next level. We went from 0 to hero, then one level to the next level, which was get all the identities in, get the email safe, get the file storage safe, bring the computers in and disinfect them. Then make sure all the computers were operating on a standard operating environment so everyone knew that this computer would work the same as the next one, or could log into any computer and use it without thinking, oh, someone's on my computer. They could log into their computer or use their computer at home. And this was a real big difference in that. This was in 2024, early 2025. And then later on that year, they employed a very, very good manager who then presented a next challenge for us. He actually grew the club by 50 to 80% in a very short time, in about 3 months. So all of a sudden went from a okay busy club to a super busy club. And then more problems came about because everything got busier. So we had to look at upgrading the network. We had to look at handling more devices. We installed scalable systems like a big router to begin with. We were able to scale it up and keep going. So that's really what happens, is take them to the cloud, take control of the devices, take control of the human factor. Then the last piece in that element was all these new staff were coming in and we had to go and do training. And luckily we've got people with excellent training, and we've got actually a training element in our company. We've got someone who's a very experienced trainer and was a school teacher for 25 years. I would bring him in and start to teach people about more sophisticated things like file sharing, like document sharing, commenting on documents, not have duplicates everywhere, but working on the same document together, which Google is amazing at. The Google Workspace is amazing at that. So having said all of that, we roll forward now into 2026. Now the club is looking for more advanced things like data and AI in terms of reporting. So at the moment, we're looking at bringing all their systems together. They've got one system for sailing, they've got one system for point of sale, they've got an accounting system, which is Xero. They've actually got 3 or 4 different systems they don't even use much. And this year we're looking at bringing it all together, and so we can get some insights for the board to make some good decisions about where to spend their money next. So 2026, they're looking forward to what's going to happen there, and having grown the club by the club turnover, I think, is almost double what it was in 2024 now, and still the IT is running smoothly.